Mr. Speaker, nobody believes what the Prime Minister's chalet buddy has to say. David Johnston is a former member of the Trudeau Foundation. He's been trying to cover up Beijing's interference in order to strengthen and reestablish Canadians' trust in our democratic system. Will the Prime Minister finally fire his Trudeau Foundation buddy and launch a real public inquiry, yes or no? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition claims to want to know the facts. He claims that a public inquiry is the only way to learn the truth, but
that's right.
He is refusing to actually learn the truth when intelligence services are offering him a briefing to update him on all the facts.
And then he will be restricted to an NDA.
Underlying his concerns about foreign interference. And yet he is wholly refusing. He prefers ignorance so he can continue attacking our former Governor General.
It's really all an act with this guy. What he wants, he says is, there's nothing to see here, so why don't you come into a dark room and see it, and then we'll commit you to an oath of secrecy so you can walk out and tell Canadians that you can't tell them anything at all.
Yep.
That's effectively what he's saying. We don't need
Trudeau should commit to no secrecy afterwards.
More people telling the truth. Why won't he launch a public inquiry to do that?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Huge W.
Current Leader of the Opposition was Minister of Elections. Perhaps that is his approach, why he didn't do anything to fight foreign interference. That was ongoing in our elections and has been for decades. Mr. Speaker, he chose to cover his ears and not listen to intelligence officials. And now he is not letting the facts get in the way of base partisan attacks. He is choosing to not get briefed up on the actual facts of the matter so that he can continue to attack our democracy, to attack other political parties, to attack esteemed individuals like our former Governor General.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Canadians need the facts. Everyday Canadians. They don't need to have just a Prime Minister keeping secrets and then have that same Prime Minister force other people to keep his secrets as well, Mr. Speaker. You know, this Prime Minister said he admires the basic Chinese communist dictatorship. When will you realize that we live in Canada and you can't silence your critics?
Wow.
Prime Minister.
Pierre's not holding back today.
The Leader of the Opposition is entitled to his opinions. He's just not entitled to his facts. That's why the intelligence community has offered, and we actually directed the intelligence community to give him the clearance necessary so that he can find out all the facts, all the information necessary, and he is choosing to hide behind a veil of ignorance so that he doesn't have to allow the facts to get in the way of a good political argument or personal attack.
You're done, Trudy.
Or on a former Governor General, or on anyone who seems to stand in his way.
Hear, hear.
Before we go to the next question, there's a lot of chattering going on, and I want to make sure that everyone gets to hear the questions and the answers. So I'm going to ask everyone, once again, take a deep breath, and let's listen to both sides. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He wants facts. Well, here's a fact. He would have me commit to following Section 12.1 of the National Security and Intelligence Committee Act, which would not only strip away my ability to speak about this matter, but would ban me from doing it right here on the floor of the House of Commons. That is a fact. The real question is, what is he so determined to hide? We know Beijing helped him in 2 elections. We know Beijing gave donations to his Trudeau Foundation. Is that why he's so determined to silence his critics and keep these secrets?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I know it's difficult for some people to remember, but the honourable member was at one point a Minister of the Crown and thereby subject to oaths of secrecy and cabinet confidences, and was able to handle secrets just fine at that point, including when he was Minister for Elections. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, he is choosing now to turn his back on the facts because the facts would be inconvenient to the political argument he's trying trying to make right now. If that member was serious about this serious issue, he would allow the intelligence agencies to give him the necessary brief.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
This Prime Minister is saying that nothing has been hidden. And yet, actually, come look at everything that's been hidden. And then you can go to the media and tell them, actually, I can't say anything. That's it. No more information for Canadians, for citizens who are worried about losing the independence of our democratic system. When will this Prime Minister finally stop hiding behind his Trudeau Foundation friend and finally launch a public inquiry?
All party leaders want
Prime
that.
Minister, Mr. Speaker, once again, the Leader of the Opposition is showing that he has no understanding of how our security system works and what our responsibilities are as parliamentarians. For example, the Committee of Parliamentarians on Intelligence and Security see all of the information in full, and then later they draft reports that they share with Parliament to explain how they assess whether things were done right and whether they agree or not. That system already exists. So he's manufacturing reasons for him to remain in ignorance.
Thanks for watching the video to the very end. If you'd like to subscribe, I've made it very easy. You can do so by clicking right there. If you'd like to watch another House of Commons highlight clip, you can do so by clicking right there. And if you'd like to subscribe to my main channel, Mistersunshinebaby, where it's all Canadian political news, then you can do so by tapping up there. Subscribing is absolutely free. There's a button down below that says subscribe. If you'd like to join and become a member and financially contribute, you could do so as well. Thank you so much for watching this video.